This is Sydney.
And this is Chloe.
And this is
Green Room,
where a bunch of pastors' kids get to talk about what church is like and our experiences. We're back!
It's been a long time.
5 months, maybe?
Well, how old is Amara?
Almost 6.
And we haven't recorded since she was born.
Oh, goodness. Yeah. So, like 6 months.
Sorry, guys.
A lot of life happened.
We're back.
You know, I had a baby, and she's amazing. And
oh, my gosh.
I love her so much. She's kind of like the cutest kid ever.
Mm-hmm.
Most of you will never see her because if you don't know me, you don't know my daughter. That's kind of the motto we're going with.
So we're not just going to, like, flash her picture here?
No. Maybe
I get to see her, though.
Yeah. Maybe we can get Jail's permission to get one where it's like her face is covered or something.
Yeah.
Because just her chunky rolls are...
Oh, my gosh. It's Hawaiian rolls. Maybe it'll just be a picture of her.
Yeah,
Hawaiian
there we
rolls.
go. Just one. Ding!
Just one Hawaiian roll. Yeah. Oh, my gosh.
But, yeah.
So, how
kind
is
of
that?
Obsessed.
I'm obsessed, too. I'm an aunt. Big deal.
Best aunt ever.
Right? So, how has that been? Like, I mean, that's a huge life transition.
Yes. I think that's funny. It has been rough, but not as rough as I anticipated it.
Okay.
Mainly because, like, we have an angel baby, and I'm really sorry to everyone that doesn't, because that sounds really hard. But, like...
It is Infant Loss Awareness Month.
It is true, which is also a lot to process. But I think, though, because of the boys that we lost... the sleepless nights feel like such an honor. Like it feels like a gift. And so I think the boys like really just shaped my perspective and how I view motherhood and all of it. Because I would hear people be like, oh, it's such an honor, you know, and I'd be like, yeah. Like it is. But I would be like, come on, like be realistic here. Like you can say it's an honor, but also it's really hard. And now I'm just like, no, it's good for me to just say, like, it's such an honor. And I'm very tired a lot of the time, and I jumble my words. And like many of you have pointed out, I say the word like a lot. I just get tired and trying to search for my words. But I'm really thankful, and she brings so much joy to our home and lives. I feel like the most chaotic transition actually was moving. We decided to move houses within St. Louis. Yeah, still in St. Louis, not giving that up. But yeah, moved houses, and that was very difficult. We've done it. I think me and Jill have moved 14 times since being married, and we've only been married for like 6 years.
So I mean, yeah.
So it was a lot. And normally I have a system, and it's like super in and out, everything's clear, everything's good, but we've never moved with a baby before, and we've never moved with a dog. So this was our first move, technically our first move with a dog, but it was a lot. And it's still a lot because we're supposed to get our counter and our sink today in our house.
You've been in there for like 2 weeks though.
Yeah, been there for 2 weeks.
That's hard.
Have some lights, but not all of our lights. But at the same time, I'm really thankful we have a home. Like, there's so many things I'm like, we can just live with it. I think my mentality, going back to, said IHOP, of you can just push through and do anything for a couple of days or a couple of weeks or a couple months or a year, has really helped me in situations like this. I'm like, you know what? It's totally fine.
I can do stuff that's hard.
And a year from now, I'm not going to be like, oh my gosh, I lived without a sink. I'm like, no, I had a microwave, got some Trader Joe's microwave meals.
We good.
Yeah. So I think honestly that has been the biggest transition was moving. But yeah, Amara's the best. I love her. Gosh.
And in general, she's such a happy and pretty chill baby.
Yeah. The RBF is real. Like she'll just.
I wonder who she got that from.
Yeah, I wonder. But she's she's chill and happy, loves books. It's
really cute.
She's the chunkiest little nerd I've ever seen.
No, she's a big baby.
Yeah. No, the girl's huge. Like, She's almost 6 months and she's like 18-ish pounds or so.
My arm gets tired.
Yeah, she's in like 6 and 9 month clothes, pushing like 9 month. It's great. So that was the other thing. In our move, she grew out of all of her clothes.
Before you had access to the new clothes.
Yeah.
A lot of diaper days.
Yeah, I was like, we're just going to diaper today. It's fine. It was hot while we were moving. It worked out great. She was fine. She didn't know.
Yeah, like, she's living her best life.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, but it's been great and awesome, and I've loved it, and getting back into work and talking to people and doing life again. Different, but awesome. And I think it's just given me a different perspective of slowing down and loving life where it's at, and just having grace for, I think it's helped me have more grace for people. I was getting up to the point where I was just like, all you weaklings, get on my level. You know what I mean? I'm like, no, actually, and not saying that to other moms, but just people in general that were like, I had a hard day. And I'm like, oh my gosh, here we go. I'm like over here with an amputated leg. Like, it's fine, trauma response.
Whatever.
But yeah, it's been really good. I love it. I love our community. I love our church, which is a really big thing to say, but I do. I'm really thankful. Awesome. And yeah, it's been great.
Good.
Yeah. How about you?
My life hasn't, I've become an aunt, which is great. Our parents are on sabbatical currently in South Africa. They were in Brazil. They're in South Africa. They're going to Brazil again. So just, living it up at home.
Chilling with a dog that has diarrhea.
Oh my gosh. You will see that instead of our normal fake plant in the middle of the table, we have a very large candle.
Very large.
Because
it's needed.
I walked into the studio to set everything up today, and I went, oh my gosh, what is that smell? And my dog is on some medication that she really does need, but I think it is having some negative effects on her bowels. And she had left a large present for me today.
Large.
So we did clean the carpet, a lot of room spray, and a candle. So you're welcome for that.
Yep. Wish you could smell what we could smell right now.
Yeah, it's delightful. So this is all the happy updates. But a lot has kind of happened in our world related to like some IHOP stuff in the last 5 or 6 months. One thing that's amazing is the updated pastoral team recommendation came out. It's like 29 pages. It's so well written, like crystal freaking clear.
Yes.
And that just like, I didn't even read the whole thing, but I skimmed it and read a few parts where I was like, oh, finally. Said so well. Like Rachel Den Hollander is on that team, and then was advised by like Diane Langberg, right?
I think so, yeah.
I always get Diane Langberg and Angela Lansbury mixed up. Not the Murder, She Wrote woman. It's the woman who wrote Redeeming Power.
But also, she's awesome.
I love her.
Like low-key, one of my favorite TV shows.
Yeah. Classic.
Yeah.
Yes. So that was like pretty big. I've been off Twitter for a long time now. Basically, when the official investigation came out in January, after I read it, which I read it in one sitting, which was really stupid. I went on Twitter and within 30 seconds deleted the app.
Yeah.
And I haven't really gone back. So I'm guessing Twitter was a firestorm about it, but guess what? Not my problem.
Guess what? We protected our peace.
Yes. But that feels kind of, it feels great that it's out there. It was written so well. There's a few things that I don't know if it's right that it brought me joy, but it did. Some people were named in there that I was like, now everybody knows.
Yep.
And all the stuff about Mike, just how freaking crystal clear it is, was just like glorious to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, 100%. I skimmed it. So I think at this point, I was realizing how much of like the intense stuff was honestly like causing, I guess, a rift in my relationship with the Lord. And it's not because God did any of these things, but I was just so disgusted with the church that says it loves him and lives like him and, you know, all these things. And so, you know, all the things we've been talking about. And so I think I've been a little, I don't know, hesitant to like totally dive in. Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
So I skimmed it. I didn't like do a deep dive, but the little bit I read, I was like, oh, frick yeah. Like,
yeah, that's what it felt like.
I was really, it just felt nice, like for someone to finally call a spade. And, you know, it's not, you don't feel like you have to justify everything that's being said or give qualifiers or, you know, explain to anybody. You can just be like, hey, why don't you read this?
Right.
And
is Mike Bickle going to do any of the things outlined?
No.
Like, that would be a freaking miracle, which I've prayed for that.
Totally.
Do I think it's going to happen? No.
Yeah.
But to that to be sent out going like, hey, this is who Mike is. Mm-hmm. Like, beware. He's a raging, ravenous wolf.
Yeah.
Was nice.
100%. Well, and I think like all of the people named on there, I really hardcore believe that, like what it said, all of those men need to, and women need to take a back seat, not do any ministry for a long time. Or ever. And have like real reflection of the soul. Get counseling. Maybe go on some drugs to stabilize. You know what I mean? Prescription. Yeah. You know, just like, I appreciate that, because then now if one of them pops up, oh, I'm at this conference, I'm teaching, you got a whole fleet of people that are
going to hold them accountable,
post it, make everyone else aware if they're going. But it also kind of helps, and this is somewhat of a bunny trail, but let's say hypothetically, I know nothing of this actually being a thing. But if they were to show up at some conference or whatever that's hosting one of these leaders and actually wants them to teach, I'm like, cool, then I don't have to like figure out if I like you or not. I just automatically know you're terrible people and I won't associate myself with you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
I'm like, this is kind of helpful. Or you're just really stupid and I'm not going to follow stupidity. So there's that. But yeah, it's wild.
Yeah. I think pretty much everyone in my family at this point has taken some sort of a step back from this like major conversation, and especially on the social media side, just because like we need rest and peace and to work through this on our own time in our own way. And what I've just come to realize is this is not a one and done, we're all better now thing.
No.
And, you know, a couple months ago, in reference to all the IHOP stuff, I felt like I was doing pretty well. And then, oh my gosh, Lisa Stribling. Her freaking clown show was, first off, hilarious. Mm-hmm. Like, unhinged insanity.
Yeah.
That was honestly really funny.
Yeah.
But I didn't watch her full messages because within like 30 seconds in, I was like, I can't take this.
Oh, yeah.
But it also brought up a lot in me of going, oh, I'm not fully...
I ain't good yet.
I ain't totally good yet. Because it like... It just struck me in a new way. Like, oh my gosh, I knew these people. Mm-hmm. I associated with these people. I trusted these people. Mm-hmm. And they are absolutely unhinged.
Yeah.
So that was... I mean... It was just hard to watch. And and like, yeah, she's attacking everyone I like hold dear, but I kind of don't care. Because the people who are listening to her are also crazy and unhinged.
Yeah.
And don't know how to spell check. Like, she just put out this long spew of all the people she hates and spelled like dad's name is Dewan.
Dewan Johnson.
Not great.
That's
not
funny.
Quite. I thought that was funny, though. I almost commented, but I didn't.
I know. There's a few times where I was like, should I say something? Why not? But then I was like, nah, I don't really want you to show up at my house.
Right. I mean,
like,
yeah.
I'm good.
These people are wild. So,
yeah.
Grief has just been different than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. No, it's weird. It's really weird.
And it's not linear. It's not a checklist of like, here's all the things that you're going to feel, and then they're going to be over, and then you're going to be better. Right. It's not a straight line. It's like a hairball.
Well, and it's hard because it's so many relationships. It's not just Mike. It's Mike and then all of his family members that we know. And then all of, the Jane Does and what is it? John Doe? And then all of the leaders under him. And then it's not just one person.
Right.
And then it's a whole ideology that we grew up with believing all of our lives. Certain phrases that we thought were in the Bible and turns out they're not. That are just the stupid prophetic history or all these things. And it's super complicated.
And I rub up against that more often than I thought I would. Like I have not been able to track really at all with the Israel-Gaza conflict because my first reaction is like, here we go.
Yeah.
Here comes the end time. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, can we just
Oh, 100%. No, I remember the first time someone started talking about Israel and I was like, like it stressed me out.
Yes.
And it was, it's wild. Or even here's a really weird one that I thought of today. I was at the gas station. I know how the little TVs at the pumps and they play whatever.
Yeah, it's so annoying.
One of the videos, something was about drinking, like being drunk. And I was standing next to, this is so weird, but so here's a gas station and it's next to, what is it? TY, what's the ice cream place that used to be there? TCBY?
TYBC?
Yeah.
So it's frozen yogurt, right?
Yeah, something overly complicated just to say frozen yogurt.
Yes.
So I'm standing there and I remember this conversation so vividly because it was us and another family and one of the boys was bragging, or not bragging, but last night I got drunk in the spirit. It was so great. And we're in public. And, I got drunk last night. And it clued into me at that time how weird that is. Because everyone else behind us has no idea what we're talking about. He's clearly underage. And he's talking with his mom and our mom. And I'm like, this is weird. And then I thought about how freaking weird is anybody just oh, drunk in the spirit. And I'm like, no. And then to take it even further and be like, being drunk is ungodly. It's far from the Lord. And then you bring that into his presence. I'm like, no, that's not how that works.
Yeah.
It is so far from the Bible.
I don't think
terminology.
Jesus called it that.
No, it was so weird. And it was funny. It was all these little memories and I'm like, what the frick? That's just odd.
It is odd.
And I'm kind of no wonder Christians get made fun of all the time because
we're weird.
We're really, we aren't. No, I'm just kidding. No, we are. But there's some really weird people.
Right.
Weird streams and weird terminology that is just, it's not the Bible and people try and reinvent it to stay cool, or water down the Bible. And it's nah, that's
not it.
Not going to save you.
No. Yeah. I feel do you remember the movie The Blind Side? Love that movie. And the Sandra Bullock and the husband who's played by that country guy in the movie, they're having this conversation about how to connect with their new adopted son. And the husband's he's like an onion. It's one layer at a time. And she's like, not unless you have a sharp knife.
Dang.
And I want the sharp knife to just cut through the grief and be done. But it's just not how it works. There's these layers that we bump up against that we're not aware of. Walking by the frozen yogurt place or somebody's post on Instagram or a memory from our childhood from those camps we went to. Then I'm like, what the frick, man? There's just so much that I feel we're still working through.
Yeah.
Well, even it's just going to take time.
Oh, 100%. Even being just in youth ministry right now, there's so many phrases that I just learned that I get up on the microphone and sometimes I just stand there for a second because I'm trying to figure out the right way to say something. or it's even a phrase that is good, but it's triggering to me, but I'm trying to communicate the same thing, you know?
100%.
Or even like, now people might just be super pissed at me, and that's fine. I'm used to that. But we had a retreat recently, and in light of, you know, Charlie Kirk and all these things. So we're talking about what it means to be like bold in your faith and to pick up in your cross and follow Jesus no matter what. Like, doesn't matter where you come from, doesn't matter how much money you got in your pocket. When adversity comes, because it's promised to us, how are we going to like stand against that? And I was like, I felt sick to my stomach because I didn't want to do it. Like, I really didn't want to do it. But I felt like there was people in the room that were having like really intense, like fear, like really intense fear. And specifically, like against, you know, death or whatever, like terrifyingly fear. And I literally was brought back to a moment, just like I'm standing there in front of my students, and all of a sudden it just felt like I was in youth group, and like Dave Sliker's calling everyone forward to be a martyr. And it just like stressed me out. And so I literally said on the microphone and said, I'm going to say something that makes me feel really uncomfortable right now. And that's my one caveat that for the night, you know what I mean? I was like, but I really think that there is fear in the room that's, you know, keeping us from being bold. And it doesn't mean like saying it a certain way or doing it a certain way, but bold for each person, their personality and how they communicate.
And it's often just following the unction of the Holy Spirit. Yeah.
And so I was like, I really feel like this is what the Holy Spirit's saying. And I just said it. But everyone in the room was just like, oh yeah, that's cool. That's me. You know, I'm scared. And we prayed, and it was very normal. And I was like, this is so weird.
Yeah. I mean, there's been a few times just in church or whatever where we've like, I prayed out loud. So not just like me and the Lord. And it feels really hard because it's like an automatic, even pathway in my brain. This is how I pray out loud.
Yeah.
And it is this specific language. It's even the specific way I talk. And I'm like, I want to break out of that.
Yeah.
And feel peace when I pray and not stress when I pray.
Totally.
And be able to listen to the voice of the Holy Spirit without being like, you know, triggered the X, Y, and Z. But a couple months, this was a while ago, I think, I was on a Zoom call. And at the end of the call, the people I were talking to were like, hey, do you want to just end in prayer and praying for this church?
You're like, no, I don't.
Well, at first I said yes, because how do you say no to that? And the call was in Portuguese. So I started praying in Portuguese, and it ain't going. Like, I couldn't find the words. The words that came to my mind, I didn't want to say. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to switch to English. Same problem. And it was just, it felt like this block of like, Lord, Jesus, I need you to teach me how to pray again.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to say, you know, Lord, help them say yes again. Ew. Like, don't, sign up. I was like, I don't want that.
We're not signing up for anything. It's not a contract.
No. You said yes to Jesus. That's kind of you're good now. You know? So that's just been layers to unpack.
Yeah.
Because when I just have my quiet time with the Lord and praying internally, that's fine. But it's that external facing prayer that feels like so messy. Yeah. And like the apostolic prayers, like Mike didn't write those. They're the prayers of the apostles. But even sometimes that language just like,
yeah.
So just read it in a different version, translation.
I'm really thankful because I'm surrounded by a lot of, at our church, I have some leaders that were involved in IHOP and, you know, lived a very similar life to us, reading the scriptures, and they made a conscious decision to change their verbiage, like praying the same scriptures, but will go really slow. And they never raise their voice when they pray. And it's just it's what prayer is and should be. It's just a conversation with God. And they're very just monotone isn't the right thing. There's personality and character in there, but It's very
calm.
Yeah, calm and not performance based or anything like that. And it really helped me to be like, okay, this is awesome. And then being around other people that aren't dealing with this. And, you know, we have our church prayer meetings, which we're trying to figure out what that looks like and what that means. But
Prayer is still important.
Yeah, and having people pray on a microphone and they don't know to read the Bible verse first and then pray and then end in the name of God so that the singers can sing. It's like so basic. Sometimes they don't even quote a scripture, even though you know that they're praying a Bible verse because you can, you know, they'll say certain phrase or whatever. But man, some of the people like come up and pray and it's because the word is in them. It's so powerful and it sounds like a spoken word because the music behind them, and it just is beautiful. And I feel like it's been hard to fight though to get to that point because it is so messy and it's so hard that something that is so holy and beautiful and God intended for good has been tainted by humanity because it's how we commune with God, you know?
Right. Yeah. And at the same time, there's things that I don't want to let go of.
Right.
And it's hard to balance that. Because, I mean, I've prayed on a lot of microphones a lot of times. And sometimes the raising the voice really is truly just the emotion I'm feeling in the moment.
Right.
It's not meant to be a manipulative tactic. At least it wasn't for me. And I still want to pray the Bible. I just am like figuring out what that looks like where I don't feel a wall go up between my heart and the Lord, if that makes sense. It was interesting. I'm gonna see if I can pull up the verse, but there's this Bible study company that I love. Okay, this is funny. I tried to become an affiliate because I talk about it on the podcast a lot and my Substack, and I was denied. I tried to get you guys 10% off, but I was denied the affiliate.
You're not good
so
enough.
It's called, but I still like them. They denied me, but I still like them. It's called the Daily Grace Co.
So good.
Yeah. Like their Advent is amazing. So good. And it's so simple, like super easy to understand language. All of the books are pretty, which I realized is important to me. But they came out with this one recently on the book of Hebrews. And this has been a book I've wanted to study, honestly, for years. And there was someone at IHOP who taught it all the time. That was his thing. And when I was in Brazil, and I think again in the States, I emailed him saying like, hey, can you send me your notes so I can study this? I asked a couple times. He ignored me. I think I dodged a bullet.
Yeah.
Because now that person, I'm like, I actually don't want anything that you've taught.
You crazy friend.
But they came out with a study. It's I think 8 weeks. Really, I'm really enjoying it. But one verse that we're going through, I think it's 20. Just a second. Oh, it's 2:28, not 4:28.
Something if you haven't picked up yet, Chloe really likes pink. So it's kind of cute. All of her highlights are like pink or like go with the color pink.
Yes.
You're very fancy. I support this.
Jeez. Okay, it wasn't 2 or 4. It's 12:28. I'll get there.
Gosh, dang it, Chloe.
Yes. Okay. So this was one of the verses that we were talking about. And for a second, it was kind of like...
Wait, what verses? What were you talking about?
I'm going to read it.
Oh, okay.
I'm teeing it up.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So this verse was mentioned in the study. And at first it was like, that phrase. Oh, I hate that phrase. But I was able to like calm myself down. I'm like, this is not people get ready or it's never rained before. Misty Edwards songs. Before. This is the Bible. And it's actually so comforting.
Wait, pause. Did you ever notice when she was singing it, like her head be like, ah!
Well, you had to get the thing in your voice. It's never rained before.
Dude, I just thought that was a cool thing to do when I was little.
Yeah.
I was like, rain before.
We looked up to her.
Yeah.
We would dance in the kitchen to baptize my heart.
Baptize. Yeah, that's wild.
Which is ironically not a very dancey song. Like,
no, weird, bro. Freaking weird. We're out here getting drunk in the spirit and
at least
baptize my heart, God.
At least people get ready has a good beat to it.
It's true.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
So Hebrews 12, 28. Okay, therefore, let us be grateful for receiving a kingdom that cannot be shaken. And thus let us offer to God acceptable worship with reverence and awe, for God is a consuming fire. And when I first read that verse of like a kingdom that cannot be shaken, and then the study cross-referenced to a few things in one of the Corinthians or whatever, where it talks about like the Lord is going to shake everything that can be shaken. I don't know how else to say that.
He's going to utterly destroy everything that can't withstand his presence.
There you go. There you go. But at first I was like, oh my gosh, that phrase. But then it actually hit me. Like, we thought we were building a kingdom that could not be shaken. Mm-hmm. The Lord came and honestly probably just went like this, and it absolutely, it tumbled and it fell. Yeah. But the true gospel, like we are inheriting a kingdom that cannot be shaken. Mm-hmm. And I can put my trust and faith in the Lord in that and feel safe and secure and at peace. Yeah. Because I find it ironic, but I also think it's a measure of just insane darkness that, like, how much Mike and other people at IHOP were talking about. I'm just going to start throwing songs into everything. But that song, like, the melody's so beautiful. And I'm like, I'm not singing that, though.
How long? Okay.
Until you come.
I'm sorry.
No, I got it. We talked so much about, don't be deceived. Mm-hmm. People are going to come and lie. There's going to be false prophets. Don't be deceived.
Get ready.
I mean, there's so many. Like, but do you know what I mean? Like how frequently that topic was talked about
all the time.
And it's like, you better watch out for deception. Meanwhile,
we all getting deceived.
We all had like a burlap sack over our faces. Mm-hmm. And
people rock around with their fingers in their ears saying, no, 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 no. I don't want to hear the
like
sound.
How ironic is that song?
Yeah.
Like
100%.
Or this is straight out of Ecclesiastes, Proverbs, Lamentations, one of those, where it's like one of those kinds of sing-songy one. I don't think it's a song, but it's literally like the Lord saying to Israel, I played the funeral dirge, but you did not cry. Mm-hmm. Or I played a joyful song and you didn't sing. Like you weren't listening to me. That's literally the song. And it's such a pretty song. But it's like, we couldn't, like, people weren't listening to the actual voice of the Lord. Mm-hmm. So,
that sentence, because I hear what you're saying, people weren't listening. I think there's definitely people that weren't listening at all. And then I think there's also some very real, genuine people that were trying to.
85%. Yeah. 100%.
Which also makes it, I think, we've talked about this a lot, but it makes it super frustrating. Because it was like, they were there for the right reasons.
We were.
Yeah.
A 100%. Friend made an observation recently that she said, we would spend long hours in the prayer room, and there would get a point where, like, the Bible would just feel so dry, or you couldn't read another verse, or you would read the same verse like 4 times and you couldn't understand it. Your brain was kind of swirling. You were stuck. And she's like, once I left IHOP, I never had that experience again. Mm-hmm. Like, it was dubbed the desert, dark night of the soul, which, I mean, I actually do think that stuff is real, but.
Right.
But that's the language. And
but she's based on how everyone used that language, everybody was in the dark night of the soul
all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
Every day, all day.
And she's going, we were literally in a room where, like, 20 feet away behind closed doors, there was deep, deep, deep darkness and sin happening. Mm-hmm. And it's like,
there's no sunlight. It's gray. There's nothing pretty to look at. No one has money to buy actual food that's healthy or nutritious to their bodies.
Like, doing anything for that long, reading anything, you're going to get to that point. But also, I'm like...
The entire environment.
The environment, including the spiritual atmosphere, like, that's dark.
Mm-hmm.
Like...
No, spirit of manipulation is witchcraft.
Literally, principalities... I don't know how this works because there was real pure worship.
Right.
And such darkness literally in the same room.
Yeah.
Like what was happening to spiritual, like, right?
No, 100%.
So of course there would be a point where it's like confusion and a swirl.
Yeah.
And she made the point of like, since I've left IHOP, I've never encountered that again. And I was like, oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. That's so wild. Like, yeah. That's just kind of a random tangent. Most of this has been that.
Yeah, I was about to say, we're talking about random stuff.
Welcome to this is a catch-up episode, everybody.
Catch-up.
We've been gone for a while.
Ketchup.
Mustard.
Mayonnaise.
Relish. I don't know. No.
Do you put relish on your food?
No. Gross.
Really?
I don't like pickles.
Ugh. Gosh, Chloe.
Actually, I have started putting relish in my deviled eggs. Because Joanna Gaines said to.
Good.
And it's quite good.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Relish gets a bad rap, but it's pretty good.
Do you have any parting thoughts, Sydney?
Really thankful that Jesus is Jesus and not Mike Bickle and not some like crazy other leader. Mm-hmm. And I think it's worth wrestling with the gospel and wrestling with who it's coming from before shutting it off really quickly. Mm-hmm. I think we're called to stay in the conversation. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Whatever that looks like for us. And if it is painful and if it's hard, doesn't mean necessarily to run away. Maybe take a break.
Talk to a friend.
Go
to counseling.
I love counseling. Honestly, though, oh my gosh, it's the best. But don't hide. Don't isolate. And don't not engage in a conversation because it doesn't feel good. Because that will just end up hurting you more.
Yeah. I mean, I wrote about this in my Substack, but we can do a whole episode talking about spiritual bypassing. Mm-hmm. But the analogy that kind of came to mind is like, if you are struggling with your relationship with the Lord, like the Bible feels super triggering. Like if you just shove that down, it's like a spring. Like you shove it down, it's going to smack you in the face later twice as hard. Exactly. Because that's what spring sounds like.
Shut up.
Sounds like a throwing star. So I like what you say, like just staying in the conversation, whatever that looks like. Mm-hmm. And talk to trusted friends. Like, I'm so thankful for the people I have in my life that we can talk about this stuff.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. And I think as a closing comment that kind of opens up a can of worms.
Do it.
But being offended is actually really awesome. Like, getting offended is a really big gift because offense, now, like, in the context of, like, real conversation and wrestling through things, I think offense really helps us to look at our own lives and what do I actually believe, and if we're marrying that with the Bible, we're gonna do okay, and processing what we think, even right now with all of the things going on in the world, like all over the world, there is so much crap happening. And it's easy to get offended and frustrated and just want to bow out. But if we take that offense and we literally take it to the cross and be like, God, what the heck? And wrestle with it, it'll make us stronger in the Lord and not stronger in some movement. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, like, that's the goal. Mm-hmm. That's the goal, to be able to say, I love Jesus and be noticeable from other people around you. You live for Jesus, you show up, you're different. You're different from everybody at work. You're different from everyone in your family. You're different, and how you live your life, regardless of what's going on. And it goes back to Hebrews 12, what you're saying.
An unshakable kingdom.
Yeah. Don't toss out the offense. Wrestle with it in the Bible. Mm-hmm. And trust the Lord.
Because we don't want to be offended when it's all coming down.
Baptize my heart. Dude, but like, honestly, if any other random person would sing that song, it, like, just on the street, if you just heard that song, how freaking weird, bro. Mm-hmm. How freaking weird. That's all I want to say.
Yeah.
Sometimes poetic liberties should just stay in the box.
Yeah.
Just keep them there.
For our God is a consuming fire. There's also that one. That was actually a good song, though.
Yeah. There's that one. We should do a song episode.
Yes.
Like, we just script out a whole conversation of just songs.
Okay, if you have songs you want us to talk about, drop them in the comments because
that'd be fun.
There's literally hundreds.
Hundreds. We gotta, like, dig them up, though, because I have deleted all their archives.
Oh, I have so much on my phone still.
Perfect.
Like 2003 stuff that is...
Perfect.
Some of it is
Weird.
But some of it is still, like... It's hard because some of it's actually good.
Yeah.
I want someone else to record, like, my top 20s favorite songs.
I can get behind that.
Yeah. All right.
That's real.
Well, welcome back to Green Room. We probably won't be publishing episodes super consistently because life is really full right now. But we're doing our best.
It's very full. It's very rich.
Yeah. We love all the support that we feel from our... It's rich in terms of, like, content and support, not money. We don't make money.
Yeah, no, that would be really nice.
I think this costs us money.
Yeah, if anyone wants to give us money, we receive money.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. All right. We will see you next time. Bye.
Okay. Bye.